Hello, good morning, students. Today I am here in front of you with my new video, that is lesson number 5, Should Wizard Hit Mommy, written by John Updike. This lesson presents a question in front of you as and before you read. Here is a story about the worldview of a little child and the difficult moral question she raises during the story session with her father. Now, it is very important to understand the meaning of wizard first. It is as written over the book, that is Jadugar, a magician. As we know, the little children love to hear stories from their parents at bedtime. Such stories are mostly fable and have no logic behind them. Many a time, parents make up stories out of their own head. Little children take them as literally true. But as the child grows up, he becomes inquisitive. He begins to ask many questions. He wants to know why and how certain things happen. He wants to know the reason behind the things. Sometimes parents take this questioning of a child as an affront. They try to discourage it. They want the child to accept as true whatever is said to him. This story reflects such type of parents' attitude. In the evening, as the story begins, and for Saturday naps like today's, Jack told his daughter Jo a story about out of his head. This custom, as we have discussed earlier, that he always relates stories from his own heads. This custom began when she was 2. It was now nearly 2 years old. Now Jack felt empty in his head. Each new story was a slight variation of a basic tale. It began with a small creature, usually named Roger. He could be Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, Roger Chimpak, Roger or some other Roger. He had some problem and went with it to the wise old owl. The owl told him to go to the wizard, and the wizard performed a magic spell that solved the problem. Then he demanded in payment a number of pennies greater than the number Roger creature had. But in the same breath, he would direct the animal or the creature to a place where the extra pennies could be found. Then Roger would be very happy, and he played many games with other creatures. He would go home to his mother just in time to hear the train whistle that brought his daddy home from Boston. Jack described their supper, and the story was over. But this story telling had become fatiguing, especially on Saturdays, because Joe never fell asleep in the naps anymore. Knowing this, Jack had begun to feel that the rite was futile. The little girl had arranged herself on the bed. Her feet under the covers reached halfway down the bed. Her brother Bobby was 2 years old and was already asleep with his bottle. Jack asked, "Who shall the story be about today?" "Roger." Jo closed her eyes, pretending to be thinking, and then said firmly, "Skunk." It was a new animal. She had perhaps heard of skunks at her nursery school. Having a fresh hero, Jack had to think a little. "All right," he said. "Once upon a time, in the deep dark woods, there was a tiny little creature named Roger Skunk. and he smelled so bad that none of the other little creatures would play with him. Whenever he would go out to play, all of the other tiny animals would run away, and Roger Skunk would stand there all alone, and the two little round tears would fall from his eyes. As we know that skunks are famous for their appearance, stinking appearance. Won't she see the owl? Joe asked, sitting on the bed beside her, as her curiosity level was so high. Jack felt pleased that he was telling her something true, something she must know, so she had no wish to hurry on. But downstairs a chair scraped, and she realized he must get down to help clear his wife paint the living room woodwork. Well, he walked along very sadly and came to a very big tree, and in the tip top of the tree was an enormous wise owl. He told each and everything to the wise owl, and he suggested to go to the wizard. As Joe also shouted, "The wizard, the wizard." Now, Jack asked Joe that Daddy is telling story. "Do you want to tell Daddy the story?" Then lie down Then Jack told her to lie down on the bed and be sleepy. Well, the owl thought. At last he said, "Why don't you go and see the wizard?" Now, she also raised the question right now, that are the magic spells real? This was a new phase. Just this last month, or reality phase, when he told her spiders eat bugs, she turned to her mother and asked, "Do they really?" And when Claire told her God was in the sky and all around them, she turned to her father and insisted with a sly yet eager smile, "Is he really?" Means she is watching here and there, that where is God? As our parents used to tell us in our childhood about the stories of the fairy tales, and sometimes they also symbolizes that the God appears above our head in the skies. We look over the skies towards the skies in such a position that God really lived over there, or is He watching us whatever we are doing? These type of the question, as the age grow up, these type of the moral questions raised by the Joe in front of her father Jack. This is the first part of the story. Later part of the story we will discuss in part 2.